Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon where you are in the world. It is evening here in Arizona. And tonight, of course, it's Thursday. So tonight is our Table Talk Thursdays live event. And this evening's topic is all about our loved ones on the other side. And I am a psychic medium also. So I'm excited about, hi, His Gift. Good evening. Glad you're joining us. Um, I am a psychic medium also. Those that have crossed over will communicate with me. And so I'm excited tonight about sharing the information and experiences I've had through many client readings, mediumship readings. And if you're new to this evening, it seems like we have a little lag for people to show up, but I do have His Gift here. Hello. And I think you're new to this forum. It is a forum that I do every Thursday night, and it's interactive. So if you have any questions about the specific topic, if you want to share any experiences you've had with those that have crossed over, this is all about an interactive experience. And so I start out by giving you a little bit of information and just sharing. And oh yes, His Gift, they definitely do continue to watch over us always, always, always. They are always around us. They're always keeping us company, if you will. Hi, Angel Heart. Good evening. Glad you're joining us. Let us know as you arrive that you're here. And just trying to get my tablet up here just in case. There we go. And anyhow, so got a little lost there. So if there's any topics that you would like to know about, like any spiritual, metaphysical, inspirational topics for the future, please let me know. Drop it in the comments or send me a private message. I'm here. Hi, Nina. Welcome. This is all about me being available for you guys, for you to ask me questions for something that maybe you've been wondering about all along. And like I said, welcome as you're arriving. Please say hello. I'm glad you're joining us for Table Talk Thursdays live. Tonight's topic is all about our loved ones on the other side. So I'm glad you're all here, and let's go ahead and jump into this. So let's talk about what happens. What happens when a loved one, or anyone, of course, um, crosses over. Okay. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us. And again, you guys, I want to make sure that you know that please, any comments, anything you want to share, please do. Because, like I say, every Table Talk Thursday live, hi, Terry Ann. Welcome. I am not one to just sit and talk at you. I love the sharing. Okay. So I already have a question here or a comment. What question? His Gift says, what about for one who has passed over in our family if we are just wanting to see if they come through to you? Well, this evening, hi, Shakti. Hi, Susan. Welcome. His Gift this evening is not about individual readings. Those are for my weekly Wednesdays and also my last minute lives that I do with psychic mini readings. Tonight is more about, we talk generally about the topic. But if you wanted to know something generally about what happens or how they are. And I'm going to talk about that because I've had a lot of questions from clients. Again, it's not specifically about your loved one, but it's a general idea of what they're doing and how they're showing themselves and how to know if loved ones have crossed over. Excuse me. Seem to be having a lot of allergy issues this week. Got my hand sanitizer. Sure, we'll get into that well, let's just go ahead and go right into it. You guys seem to be full of questions. I was going to talk about what happens when they first cross over. And actually, that will address this a little bit. First of all, how do you know? Usually the only time, and His Gift says yes, like how are they? What are they doing? Exactly, exactly. Okay. So let me go ahead and get started with what happens when those cross over, when our loved ones cross over. Um, this is from my experience and my belief system. Okay. So, how to know if loved ones have crossed over? I'll start with that question. Um, you know, Usually most cases they are going to. The time that we might have some issues with that, or soul might have issues with that, if it was very sudden or very traumatic. But most times they are going to cross over. Really, to know for sure is to tap into the energy. And the way you can help your loved one, let's say something, God forbid is the way I say it, something were to occur, you can always just say prayers for your loved one to, hi Sally, welcome. To go to the white light of the universe, ask their angels to meet them there, and or to guide them there, I should say. How to know exactly sure. I mean, it's more of an energy feel, I have to be honest, but you pray to the angels, they're angels. 99.99999% of souls do cross over to the white light. Okay, so to the other side, if you will. And a lot of people say, well, who's there? Did so and so greet them? Or, did my aunt greet them? Is the dog there? And I want to say yes. and and keep in mind that the souls that we connect with on planet Earth are considered part of our soul group. Okay, it's our soul group, and that encompasses a pretty large group. However, our loved ones are always part of our soul group in one way or another in our lifetime on Earth. We many lifetimes will be together, lots of times on this planet. Okay. And yes, we are greeted by our loved ones that have already crossed over before us, as long as they have not reincarnated. Okay. And so lots of times I do in the mediumship readings that I do, which is part of the services I offer, is that Aunt Sally, um, I just looked at Sally's name. Give me a second, Sally. I'll answer you in just a moment, honey. Did my dad greet my mom? Who's there with them? And when I do these readings, these mediumship readings, excuse me, um, I always say, there are a lot of souls that will greet someone who has just crossed over. um, Reincarnation, yeah. Okay, I'll add that to the list for another topic, for another let me just write it down because I love that idea. I think it might be on my list already too. So thank you, his gift. Yes, I will do another Table Talk Thursday. Another, some other week, probably maybe even next week. Spirit kind of lets me know, my team. Anyhow, so, but some souls will show themselves to me first, let's say. And it doesn't mean that that's necessarily um, their strongest bond from Earth. It's just they have something to communicate, or those are the ones that they want to show me had greeted them. Okay, let me answer Sally here for a minute. Um, Okay, Sally, I would love to get a message tonight. What is the address to send my payment to again? Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. What I want to say, hi, Susan, welcome. Glad you're joining us. Sally, what I want to say is tonight is not my Table Talk Thursdays are every Thursday at this hour at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And Table Talk Thursdays is reserved for an interactive forum where we discuss, share experiences. You get to ask me questions about the topics generally. Um, they are not necessarily. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. There's a lot of questions going by, and I don't want to. Okay, you guys, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not losing you. So my laptop's going by fast. Let me look at my tablet here. Okay, so Sally, tonight's about the general topic, where you guys get to, pick my brain, ask me questions, we share experiences, and it's not individualized sessions, but you can definitely reach out to me we can do a one-on-one private session. Okay. As for the mini psychic readings, those are every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Arizona time. And also, I do impromptu lives, like last minute lives. So you can always join me if you want a specific reading at that point. Or again, we can go much more in depth because mini readings, when it comes to mediumship, is kind of tough because it doesn't, we don't get really deep in those mini readings. So, anyhow, tonight was not really about mini readings, it's about just the subject itself. Okay. So let me see here. Let me just look at my comments. Give me a second. I'm so glad you're all joining us. Go ahead and let us know you're here. Every week is a different topic. And so if there's something you've always been curious about, please go ahead and tell me in the comments. Give me a private message. Again, this is Table Talk Thursdays, and every week I talk about a different spiritual, metaphysical, or inspirational topic. Okay. Hi, April. Hi, Aura. Hi, Susan. Okay, Sally, you have a lot of questions. Cool. You can, if it's about the general topic, please, I hope you'll stay with us this evening for this topic. And hi, Tiffany, welcome. But also, again, let me just address that for another moment. Like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and you'll get notifications of when I go live. Like I said, this is every week that I do this, different topics every week. And hi, Duncan, welcome. Glad you're joining us. Okay, so let me see. I've already had some questions here. So let me go ahead and take a look. I just found out oh, gee, Aubrey, let me see. Okay. Aubrey, I hope you heard what I said. Tonight's more about a general topic. It's not individual readings. I don't know if you were here when I was telling Sally that. So we can always do a private one-on-one session. So you can check out my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Okay, you'll learn about all my services. Okay, including the mediumship that I do, or I do other lives where I do psychic mini readings. I have a regular on every Wednesday. But check out my page, you guys, and share my page. Invite your friends to my page. You can share this live. More people may want to join and find out about it. Okay, let me see here. Now, Tiffany, I've encountered earthbounds who need guidance to the light. Why do you think they get stuck? Okay, so Shakti, I see your question too. Give me a second. Why do they get stuck? Because it's either been very traumatic, like they don't know that they've passed on. They don't know that they've left their body because it happens so quickly, or it's so traumatic. It's almost like to equate it to a shock to the system. Okay, and that is why, from my experience, that I see that happening. But we can always help a loved one with that. And you don't necessarily, hi, Tiffany, you don't necessarily need to know exactly if they have crossed over or not, because no matter what, even if they've passed and it was a peaceful passing, you can always ask the angels to guide them to the white light. Okay, so you can always do that with a lot of love. But that's why from my experience, I see why they get stuck on Earth. Some people call those ghosts, poltergeists. Now, the thing is that it's not that they're all okay. This is a good thing to address. It's not that they are evil or bad spirits. Hi, Crystal. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. It's not that they're evil. It's just that they're confused, and really, what's happening is that they just want help. They just want help. They don't really realize where they're at, so they're confused. So really, they might make a little, a ruckus, if you will. These haunted houses that people talk about, or what have we. Those spirits just need to be freed, really. Now, of course, they have their own free will on that. But that's really what it's about. They're not all nasty or want to scare the heck out of us or anything of that sort. They're just confused. They're not sure where they are, and they're just looking for someone. Hi, Marty, welcome. Who who can help them cross over. So when they see your light, they're going to try and get your attention. Okay. So let me see here. Do I teach psychic development? Shakti, I do. Matter of fact, I'm working on getting some workshops together for this year, for 2021. Haven't launched them yet, but it's all in the works. I'll let you know. And that is probably the first one I'm going to do. So again, you guys, go ahead and like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and you'll learn all about it. Okay. So, you're welcome, Susan. You're welcome. People don't realize it happens a lot. Yeah, it can. So yes. Okay. Mediumship, Sally. Okay, you want more information on mediumship. If you can clarify that, are you talking about how I do it or how a person? I'm not sure exactly. That might be another week's subject topic, I should say. So, okay. Um, Tiffany asks, I had my first medium experience yesterday with my grandma who's alive and in the last stages of Alzheimer's. Is there a way to help her more? Okay, so what I'm going to say, I hope you heard that. I'm sorry. I know I was looking down. Okay. I had my first medium experience yesterday with my grandma who is alive and in the last stages of Alzheimer's. Is there a way to help her more? Um, Yes, because her soul is aware. Okay. Um, Her soul is aware. And so, I have worked with people in hospice before. Also, I've been asked to come in and work with them. And a lot of it, I want to say, is talking to them and offering them words of peace, letting them know that peace surrounds them and that, one of the most beautiful gifts we can offer a loved one who is, on possibly on their way to the other side. We know that they're, when they're in hospice, obviously. And it's about giving them permission. A lot of times souls get stuck or don't cross over or hang on because they can feel the pull of the energy from their loved ones, not wanting them. Hi, Celia. Celia, hi. Not wanting them to cross over. And so I always say the most beautiful, loving, honoring gift we can offer anyone in that situation is letting them know that you're going to be okay and that it's okay for them to go. It's a reassurance for them. Okay. And also, depending on the stage they're at, you can tell them, it's okay to go to the white light. It's okay to go with your angels. Loved ones that, you can name names. Loved ones are on the other side, that are waiting for you. It is a beautiful gift. On Mother Earth, um, and I love this. You guys are asking wonderful questions. So I'm just going to go through the list here. Um, on Earth, it's maybe sad for us and we'll feel a bit of a loss. But always remember, our loved ones are always around us. Always. Now, it's not like they're peering at us. I had a client once ask me, like, when I go to the bathroom or shower, are they watching me? No, not really, because they're not earthly bound. So it's a whole different experience. They just see energy. They see us as like light. Okay. So because I know some people have asked me that, like, oh no, they're always around us, but it's not that they're seeing us in that way. That's not their perspective. Okay. So anyhow, again, please, if you're ever in that situation, it is the most beautiful, beautiful gift you can give. So we don't keep them here. They want to be free. It's their time. And yes, we'll miss them. And yes, we'll grieve. But their love is eternal and they will always be around you, watching over you and guiding you. I know both my parents are passed and I know they're around. And let me, before I go into any other comments and questions here, I just want to tell you one of the ways that you might be aware that your loved ones are around you is lots of times it's not only the only times they'll show up, but sometimes they'll make themselves more known when we are struggling with something. Okay, so I'm going to try and get into that a little bit tonight. We've got a lot of great comments and questions. I might even do depending on how tonight goes, we might even do, part two next week. So let's see. Okay. Let me go back up here and see what I have. Okay, awesome. Okay, Sally, I have done some, I feel like I need more work at it. Okay. That is a little different of a topic, Sally. The mediumship is a little bit different than those that have crossed over. I do talk from my space of what I've experienced. So that's something that we can one-on-one uh get into a little deeper because I do work with my clients and it's specifically catered to you and what tools can help you. I connect in with your team. So if something comes up during tonight's live and it just pops in, I'll let you know, Sally. Okay. April, do you think there is certain people in the world that are alone in the universe? I'm assuming um I'm assuming that you mean when after they've crossed over. No, no, nobody, never alone. And even if somebody seems physically alone on this planet, they're not. We are always surrounded by our spirit team, our loved ones that crossed over. And with that, that brings up another subject. Yeah, I can go on and on. I mean, another piece of this. I've done readings for clients where a family member will come through and they're like, well, why would my grandmother come through? She passed before I was born, let's say, okay, as an example. And she never even knew me. So why would they show up? Why would my grandma show up? And it's always the family bonds, the bonds of love. It's really the bonds of unconditional love. It's all about the family, it's all about the soul group. Okay. So it's because love is eternal and they want to show up in the space of love to help. They don't necessarily, they know you. Okay. They know you from a spirit level. They've been watching you while you've been on planet Earth. You haven't met them physically, but they know you. And again, we switch off lifetimes and we come back together for certain lifetimes. Okay. So I want to make sure I answer. I put that little piece in there. Actually, my team's like, tell them this. This is what happens. They're here too. Okay, they give me information and things that they want me to make sure that they want me to cover. So we're never alone. Never, ever, ever alone. And when we're on the other side, we do connect back in with our soul group, which is pretty large. Okay. And some of these souls, maybe you didn't have a lifetime with them this past lifetime, but you've been connected through the unconditional love and the soul group love. Okay. So Tiffany says, oh, this is your grandmother. Yes, she is stuck running from that pulling. Okay. Reassure her, Tiffany. Just reassure her that, loved ones are waiting for her and that it's okay and that, you'll be okay. The family will be okay. Lots of times they just need that reassurance. And there are times where they will wait for someone to connect with them. In other words, I know when my mom was in hospice and I talked, she was aware enough that I could talk to her on the phone, but it wasn't, the greatest situation. And my sister called me because I was planning on going out there. And my sister called me one night and said, she's waiting for you. She's waiting for you. So I pretty much dropped everything, got on a flight because she was living in another state and saw my mom. And we spent a beautiful 4 days together. I left and then she basically passed in less than, I don't even remember how many days. She was waiting for me for one last time too. So sometimes it's on the physical level. I'm just offering that as just a, kind of point of reference. If there's someone that you know, if there's any way, you can go and see them if you know that they're waiting for you. If nothing else, you can talk to them also and just say, I know you're waiting for me, and just talk them through it. More than anything, let them know you're going to be okay. They just need that permission, and then they can be at peace to transition. Because when we get to the transition point, we've pretty much done what we planned on doing in this lifetime. We're fairly complete, and it's time. So, okay. Shakti, hospice seems a very hard job. Much respect. Well, thank you. I don't necessarily just work hospice, but I've been asked at times to come in. So thank you. Yeah, it's just giving them peace, the best I can. Uh, Dale, hi Dale. I'm having a good day at work. Cool. And hope you have a good evening. Thanks so much, Dale. I just love it. Dale pops in. She's at work sometimes, but and she is one of my top fans. So thank you, thank you. In case you haven't noticed, um, those of you who have been part of my world, if you will, I did activate badges on my page finally in the last week or so. So you can start looking for that for yourself, and fun that Dale's one of the top fans. It's always fun to see him come in, and okay, so let's see. Tiffany, thank you. I told her very lightly, but if she comes through again, I will let her know she has permission to go. Yeah, lots of love, lots of love, lots of love. Oh, Shakti, this got me crying. My dog is, de- I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I'm so sorry. Dement. Are you saying dementia? Are you saying, I'm sorry. I'm not really sure, honey, but I'm so sorry. And you know what? That brings up another lovely, lovely, lovely topic here. Yes, our animals cross over, our pets, our loves, the Rainbow Bridge. And yeah, they're free, they're playing again, they're happy. And yes, they greet us. They greet us. And they're part of our soul group. They really are. And it's just beautiful. It's all about the love, you guys. It's all about the love. And so let me keep going here through some of these comments, and then let's see. I did on someone, a man attached to a woman's body, and when I asked him why he attached to her, he said it because the woman reminds him of his wife he wasn't so nice to. He didn't cross over because he feared judgment. Okay. Um, and you're welcome, everyone. Thank you for all the beautiful comments too. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So okay, Shakti, that is where we work with that soul and reassure them, even though they're not necessarily, your soul group. This is part of what one can do is speak with that soul and offer them love and peace. And this kind of ties into some of what happens on the other side. You can let them know that there is no judgment, that whatever the situation is, there really is no judgment. We go to the other side. Well, let me get into that, and then I'll go back to some of the comments and stuff. So, what happens when we cross over? Okay. Some people call it, the white light. I know that some people have had near-death experiences. I never have, but I know some people personally that have, and they come back and they say it's just so beautiful. I mean, it's just pure love, and it's just so beautiful. So when a soul crosses over, we are greeted by our loved ones, our soul group. Some of our soul group, well, actually, they're all there, but some will be more upfront and present. Okay, some of it depends on this lifetime's connections and relationships. Our pets are there. Again, remember, some of these souls may have reincarnated already. Um, excuse me. And it's a welcoming team. They come in, they cross over, and the whole team, the whole group is there to welcome them with love. And this is my belief system. We are then taken to a council, which is our special council, and we do a life review. And it's kind of like a fast forward movie, if you will. Because, when we come into this human form, we do the best we can. It's all about evolving our soul, but we're not perfect. And that's part of it. We're learning, we're growing. And so the life review is about just looking at our life with a lot of love and compassion. And, it's kind of like a job a job, not a job interview, a job review. Thank you. A review. What did we do well, if you will, or what not really, it's not a judgment, well, bad, good. It's more about did I accomplish what I set out to do in this lifetime, the prior lifetime, the one we just left. And what could we have done better? Was there any hurt that maybe we inflicted unknowingly or knowingly? Things like that we do review. And so it's just to set us up almost for the next lifetime when we're ready. Okay. And sometimes people get very concerned about, well, will I accomplish what I was supposed to accomplish this lifetime? And what happens if I don't? It's almost like they have a fear of punishment or something of that sort, but that's not the way it works. That's just not the way it works. Excuse me. And again, it's all from love, compassion, and just evolving our soul. So there is no punishment. It's just maybe some things to put on the list for the next lifetime. Okay. Okay, so let me see here. Do 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 do. I'm reading it again. Shakti, that you got crying. Lots of love, honey. Tiffany, you're so amazing. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. She says you're so amazing, Miss Elyse. Thank you. Oh. Okay, this is perfectly what I needed. You're welcome, Susan. You guys are so great to me. I get all these wonderful, beautiful comments like a warm blanket. Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay, his gift says, yes, I can hear my Nana telling me not to worry, not to worry. It's going to be okay. It always is. It really always is. Susan says, oh, yes, I have a grandparent with me I've never met. Yes, yes, definitely. And again, I never met both of my grandpas. That's what Susan said. Yeah, but they know us through the love. Like I said, they know us through the love. I can't tell you how many times said, well, why, in client readings, mediumship readings, they're like, why are they coming through? Again, it's all through the message of love and to help us evolve and grow. That's part of being part of the soul group. Um, my great great grandmother, that this is so true. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes it can be difficult because the person that I'm reading for is not able to necessarily validate or know for sure, but usually that family member will be able to say, something that will resonate with my client that makes them realize, oh yeah, this is a connection. um April asks, what if you never feel anyone around you or guiding you? And I just want to take a minute before I answer that, April. If you're new, I just want to say welcome. We've had people coming, and I'm so glad you're joining us. I am Elyse Ann Psychic, the Psychic Liaison, Bridge the Unseen. And this is Table Talk Thursdays. I do every Thursday at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And it is an interactive forum, as you can tell. We've got a lot of interaction tonight. I'm loving it, where we discuss different metaphysical, inspirational, and spiritual topics. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. So you get to ask me questions about the topic. I've also taught workshops. I used to teach at the local community college till they closed the department. I taught all kinds of metaphysical workshops, including this subject. And so you get to pick my brain, if you will, ask me general questions. And just so you know, I also do other live psychic mini readings. I do a Monday and Friday message where I pull a card and channel a message from spirit. So that gets posted. So please like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page. You'll get notifications of when I go live. Make sure your settings are set at favorites so you're not missing out. And you can check out my website, learn more about me. I do other things also. Space clearing. I'm a master Reiki master teacher, energy healer. And while you're there on my homepage, sign up for my monthly newsletter. I write an inspirational article, and also you'll find out from time to time. I'll send out, maybe I'll do a special, maybe I'll have an event coming up. Like I said, I'm going to be starting to teach workshops this year. So go ahead and sign up for that and invite your friends to my page. They get to get the benefit of all that also. So, okay. And I offer private one-on-one sessions. Okay. Commercials over. Just want to throw that in there. Some people go, "Oh, you do all that?" Yeah, I do. And sometimes they just don't know. So I like to mention it. Okay. What if you never feel anyone around you or guiding you? Well, it's okay, April, if you don't, or you can't, you're not really sure. It's okay, because the truth of the matter is they're always around you. Sometimes we are just not tuned in to where it's not like you have to sit there and be psychic and, and just sometimes we're just so involved with life. I mean, we all are psychic. We have some form of it. Intuition, to me, is undeveloped psychic ability. And we all have that intuition. But sometimes we're just not, we're so involved in our um earthly life that we're just not aware. One of the things you can do, um, excuse me, one of the things you can do is you can ask for a sign. Okay. Under grace in a perfect way, easily and effortlessly. Why do I say that? Because I'll never forget the very first time I asked my father for a sign. I just knew he was there. And I was in one room and I had little children at the time. And I'm dating myself here, but at the time, I don't know if any of you remember the robo dogs. They were little electronic dogs, and okay. So anyhow, the kids have been gone to school for at least an hour, and I was in the house, and I just felt my father, and I said, "Dad, I know you're here. Send me a sign." Well, out of my daughter's room, that robo dog went, "Roop," and I nearly hit the ceiling. Okay, because I wasn't expecting that kind of sign. So you can always ask them to give us a sign, and they communicate in all different ways. I mean, all different ways. Their energy. So I'm sure you've heard the stories. They can turn on TVs and radios. They can make lights flicker. My father's great at this stuff because he did that when we were at my mother's house for his funeral. Okay, he communicated with me, scared the bejeebies out of me there too. Um, so it had to do with light middle of the night going on, and I was like, whoa. Because even though I'm psychic and I know this stuff, it still can be jarring on a human level. I'm nowhere near that jarring anymore, but I know how it can feel. So you can just ask them for a sign. And some people find feathers, some people find coins. Um, I've heard of spirits knocking over a picture. So there are different ways you can always ask them to show, not show themselves. Be careful on that because you don't want them necessarily materializing. Let you know, communicate that they were there and around you. Okay. But April, always know, honey, they're always around you and they're always guiding us because again, it's all out of that unconditional love. They're there to um to guide us and keep us as safe as possible. I mean, we still have our free will, we still have to live our earthly life, but they're there with a lot of, a loving hand, if you will. Okay, Tiffany, this goes back about 10 minutes. Sorry. Okay. We were talking about your grandma. She's waiting for my mom. Oh, we were talking about, yeah, when they're waiting. Oh my, Tiffany. She's waiting for my mom to see her one more time, but they won't let visitors in because of COVID. Yeah, I understand, honey, unfortunately. Hopefully sooner than later it can happen. But maybe your mom can talk to her too and just say, you know what, mom, it's okay. Because you don't want her necessarily, suffering. It's not like it's your mom's fault that she's suffering, but if we can give her permission and then it will be her free will whether or not she still holds on, okay? Oh, oh, Shakti. Yes, correct. Sorry, I wrote in. Okay, Dutch. Dementia. She had talked about her dog, and she was crying. She says dog has dement, and I wasn't sure she meant dementia. Oh, so you're Dutch, Shakti. Well, where are you from? Welcome. I mean, I know you've been around. You've been, a participant for a long time, but I didn't know that. That's cool. Susan says, I had a best friend that passed, and now he is part of my team. Absolutely. Like I said, it's not just family members. It can be best friends. It could be mentors. It could be anybody we had a strong connection with. Okay. And so, yeah, it's very powerful. And again, it's all about the love. I just can't emphasize that enough. Okay. Again, Eva, has my son passed on? Honey, this is not tonight's not for readings. Those are on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Plus I do last minute lives, Eva. So that's something more of an individual reading. I also do private one-on-one sessions starting at 15 minutes, so we can always set that up. Because I will tell you when it comes to some of these questions and those that have crossed over, a mini reading's a little tough. It doesn't give us a lot of time to really get in there strong and connect. I mean, I do connect, but it goes by so fast. But it's up to you. Either, reach out to me one-on-one or you can ask at one of my lives. I do last minute lives too. So hopefully you'll join us or reach out to me either way. Okay. Um, Sally, that is also an individual reading question. I love you guys are asking this. Who has been touching my head the past few days? Sally asks. It's going to be someone who obviously is trying to get your attention, right? So that's what it's about as a generality, honey. Again, tonight's not necessarily for individual readings. This is a very different forum. What I would love to hear from you, any of you, any topics that Eva says I need to move to the other side. Okay, give me a second, Eva. Hold on, I'll get to you in a second. These are for different topics, metaphysical, inspirational, and spiritual topics. I do this every week. Please let me know if there's something, about any topic at all. Angels, mediumship, auras, dream, whatever. Every week I do this live to do exactly this, to share. So please feel free to comment or private message me and let me know what you're curious about. This is your opportunity, you guys. This is your opportunity to ask me the questions, to learn from my experience, to learn from my teaching experience, to learn from all the many client sessions I've done and the experiences I've had in them. So Robin, hi, any message, please? Again, sweetheart, it's a general topic. And she says, nice reading. Oh yeah, thank you, Robin. I did a reading for Robin earlier today. So private one-on-one session. Thank you. I'm so glad you felt it was a nice reading. So cool. Okay, Susan answered. This is Q&A, not reading. Okay. Again, Eva, I'm going to say, I can't say specifically on your son because again, that's an individual reading situation. Um, but if you feel for any reason, Eva, that he has not, then say some prayers, talk to his soul, give him permission to go to the other side, let him know it's time. And this holds true for anybody. So, even though I'm answering specifically to her, I'm actually giving this information. It stands for anybody in any type of situation like this. Tell him to go to the white light. Tell him to have his angels. I'm asking your angels to guide you. It's safe. It's good to go. It's okay to go. Loved ones will meet you on the other side. So things like that, Eva, and everybody else that we can do. So okay. Let's see. I think I might have skipped over. Nope, I'm almost caught up here. Okay. Tiffany says I've had a near death, was so loving over there, changed me forever. Yeah, it's something we couldn't even conceive. We were talking a little bit earlier. I know I'm a little behind on the comments, but I'm trying to cover everybody's. Um, because this is about us, all of us, having an interactive experience here. So, yeah, the other side is so beautiful. I mean, it's something I know on a human, I mean, I have not experienced it in this lifetime. I know I've had many, many other lifetimes that I have, but have not had near death. Thank goodness for myself, but I know many that have. Personally, I know some that have, and that's the thing. It's something that we couldn't even conceive in the human mind. And that's sometimes why it's so scary for people. They think it's the end. They think there's nothing. And for those people, I just offer them blessings. You know, I don't necessarily, I'm not one to try to convince someone of anything. Um, but the best thing we can do for that is just send them blessings and ask their angels to help them, and hopefully they'll, they'll be fine when they cross over. Okay. Robin says, wonderful person you are. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, and your best friend passed 5 weeks ago. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. I am so sorry for your loss, sweetheart. Many blessings to you. Oh, Khadija, hi, welcome, honey. Any message for me? Sweetheart, tonight is no, they're not individual psychic readings. Those are my Wednesdays or my last minute lives that I do for that. Tonight is a general topic, and tonight is all about loved ones who have crossed over or who are on the other side. Okay. Okay, Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Welcome, April. Thank you. You are amazing. Oh, you guys are sweet, sweet, sweet. Thank you. I have the best followers. I get so much love from you guys. Oh, it just fills me up. Thank you. I love doing this. I just love helping people. Teresa, hi, welcome. And all the time, Sally says, okay. Tiffany, I would love to know more about the angels. All right. Do you mean specifically angels in general, or are you meaning, okay, here, wait. Susan also says, I get a lot of questions about connecting with your guardian angels or guides or higher self. Okay. So I'm going to add that to the list. I think I haven't been doing this Table Talk Live for long. I almost want to say, I think at one point we did angels, but I have no qualms about doing it again. So, connecting with higher self. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay. Oh, I like that too. Okay, you guys, I'm making notes. So keep watching, keep joining me. I do either about day before, 2 days before, it depends on when Spirit says, hey, this is the topic for the night. I'll put out a post. So again, follow and like my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Click on favorites for your notification settings, and that way you'll find out right away. As soon as I know and post it, you'll know what the topic is for our Table Talk Thursdays. Okay, so let me see here. Jaja. Again, Jaja, hi, I was wondering if you have any messages for me from your dad. Tonight, again, is not mini psychic readings. Tonight is a general topic. So join me on my lives. A little tough to get, a lot from that because it is a mini reading on the Psychic Mini Reading Live. But I also offer this one-on-one private sessions. They start at 15 minutes. And you know, just check out my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. It would be under private sessions. I don't specifically talk about mediumship, but or have a page that says mediumship, but it is part of what I do. I do connect with loved ones that have crossed over, so you can always book, purchase a private session, and we'll get you set up. And we'll see what messages will come through for you. Okay, Teresa again. Okay, tonight, you guys are so cute. This is, maybe just maybe I figure something out. Maybe I'll do an event that's all about mediumship. And or messages from. I'm gonna make a note on that, you guys. We'll see what comes up. A lot of you are wanting messages from those that have crossed over. Hold on, I'm making notes. Tonight is about the general topic, not necessarily individual readings, you guys, but I'm hoping you'll stay on. And we're just talking about uh, our loved ones on the other side and all about what they're doing and how they are and things like that. Okay. So Natalie says, oh, well, wait a minute. Let me see here. Natalie said, I like that too. Connected with angels will be a great topic. Okay, cool. All types of angels. Okay. Got it. Got it. I will make sure we get that on the list. I do have a little bit of list going. So it may not be like right away next week, but it'll be within the near future. So again, pay attention to the postings on my page. Okay, Tiffany, strange question yet relevant. What is your opinion on lower level entities and how do you handle them? Well, in a nutshell, um, hi Charity, hi Susan. Oh, hi, I'm so glad you guys are here. Um, lower level entities, that is a big subject. But if I put it in connection with those that have crossed over, or maybe they haven't crossed over, is really what the answer is. Okay. Lower level entities has a whole nother meaning for me. And that's a whole really big topic. Um, so that's something I'm not sure I'm going to cover tonight. I think that's more a one-on-one, Tiffany. Um, because there's a lot to say about that. And again, it's a little different than talking about those on the other side. The one thing I can connect is when we talked about those that get stuck. Sometimes it may appear as a lower level entity, like a poltergeist, like a haunting, and again, like I said earlier, I spent some time on that, where it's not that they're trying to scare us, it's not that they're trying to haunt us or make us afraid. Many times they just don't realize that they've crossed over, that they've left their body, really is what it is. Not that they've crossed over because they haven't yet, that they've left their body. Lots of times that'll happen when it's a very quick death or a very traumatic death. That's most times when that does happen. They may be a gunshot victim, things like that, where they're just not expecting it, and it happens so quickly and very traumatically. Again, I don't want to say how to handle them because this is not about lower level entities, really. But I talked about, again, how to help those souls that are stuck on planet Earth or have not, really crossed over, and just talking with them, help guiding them and so forth. So, what I want to say, you guys, wow, this was great. Lots of great questions, lots of great inquiries, lots of great sharing. I love it. And that really has hit almost our hour. I cannot believe it. That's great. And so, um, let me know what you think about doing part two, because there is a lot of information here that I did not even cover at all, which is, it's fine. I mean, I always know it's going to go exactly the way it's supposed to go, and it fills my heart that so many of you showed up this evening and we interacted on this, and you just wanted to share and ask questions. Again, it fills my heart. That's what I'm here for. So let me know real quick, in the comments, um, whether or not you'd like to see me do a part two. It's not going to be about individual readings. That was something that I will look at possibly doing a separate event, kind of like my workshops. So maybe I'll set up a separate event. Again, I'm getting that in the works. They'll be showing up soon. But let me know what you think about doing a part two, about discussing the topic itself. Please, I'd like to know, because I'm here for you guys. And you can tell when I say you guys, I'm from the East Coast. Angel Heart says part two would be great. Awesome. Michelle, awesome. Okay. So I'm going to say next week we will do part two, but I do not want to say goodbye quite yet. Hold on a second. I want to see what Michelle says. I'm wondering when my brother that passed away in April, if ever, will reach out to me. He committed suicide. Michelle, I am so very sorry for your loss. Again, this is not individual readings, but that's a big question. And situations like that, there's a lot to say about and what happens with their soul and so forth. But what I will tell you, Michelle, as a generality, you will hear from him eventually. I mean, it does happen. Okay, he will do some healing. Okay. Um, Crystal. Oh, hi, Crystal. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do part two next week. But before I let all of you go, I always end my lives with a group message. Usually it is channeled, which means some people have different definitions of channeling. For me, channeling, Susan says yes, part two. Crystal, yes, part two. Okay, we're gonna do that next week. Same time, same place. Okay. As for the channeled message, why I use that term is when I'm doing my psychic readings and mediumship readings, it's filtered, they're communicating to me and then it comes through to you. Okay. When I channel, I'm almost, the way I know how to put it in layman's terms or in earthly terms is I'm really kind of pulled out, and it's like having a direct conversation with my guides and angels and the higher vibrational beings. Susan, definitely going to contact you for some things. Awesome. Love, love, love. Thank you. Okay, so let me see what they have to say, because I'm feeling like a lot of reassurance. I'm not sure if they're going to totally channel or it's going to be half a channel. I never know till I step into it. But channeling, full channeling, is something as a service that I am about to put on my webpage, my website. So watch out for that. And that's another service that I'll be offering. I do it now, but these will be full channeling sessions that will be on my website. Okay, probably by February, somewhere in the beginning of February, I'm being told by my team. So I need to get to work. I got a lot to do. Okay, but it's beautiful because, like I said, this is my purpose. So Tiffany says, so much love sent your way. You too, sweetheart. Okay, let me see what they have to say real quick here. Let's do a quick group message. The love that surrounds all is always there. Your loved ones, family, friends, pets, all those that you have had a heart connection with. They are around you, they are with you, they are guiding you, they are protecting you. Never ever feel alone, because you never are. If not one, but all are always there. So call upon them. Ask them for their comfort and love. Ask them for their guidance and protection. And most of all, ask them for a sign, because they love the connection. And that is why they are around all the time. You're safe, you are loved. Your loved ones on the other side are living a life of joy and peace, beauty and love. And they just want you to know they are definitely okay. They all send love, and channeling it through to all of you. Hope you'll take a moment and just breathe in that love. All right. That was my channeling message tonight. Yes, it was a channel. I was gone for a moment. Sometimes people say that my voice changes, my mannerisms change. I've had clients say that they've even seen kind of my facial features a little bit change, not in a freaky way, don't worry. But that's how you can tell. My whole demeanor shifts. And that's where I'm gone and they're directly communicating with you. So, thank you all so very, very much for joining this evening. I feel so blessed. My heart is so full. Thank you for all the love from you guys. Much, much, much love back to you, and all the beautiful comments. And Tiffany says, love your energy. Thank you. The information and guidance tonight. I will be subscribing and tuning in. Lovely, wonderful. And I do really do hope I see all of you again. Check out my page, check out my website, um, invite your friends, let them know I have lots to offer. Um, it's all I've ever wanted to do is help people. Yes, it's what I do for a living, but I also am of service. So blessings to every one of you. Sleep tonight. If you're in another part of the country, whenever it is that you're going to go to sleep, just go to sleep with the knowledge and the knowing that your loved ones are there, just watching over you and sending you many blessings and love. So, to all, thank you so much. We'll see you again really soon. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Marty, thank you. Same to you. You have a great night. Much love to all.